We sung, we praised, danced, we raised money. Now it's time for the word of the Lord. Let me get comfortable. God, we're going to do something in this place. I hope I'm not the only person that feels that. Listen to this, church. First of all, if you don't plan on going anywhere, here's your time to exit. Because shifting is supposed to move you from one place to another. Shift is an action word, meaning to move. Just like I get confused when people say praise the Lord and they sit there without moving and just respond saying praise the Lord. That's not a greeting, that's a command. Praise is an action word. Shift is an action word. So if you don't plan on moving or going anywhere or doing anything tonight, this is your personal invitation from the preacher to leave. It may not be my conference, but this is a personal invitation from me to leave. You've got to look down the row and tell the neighbor, say, neighbor, this row is being prepared for the shift. You didn't tell nobody. I don't care if there's nobody on your row. Talk to the people, talk to the angels that's next to you and tell them, say, neighbor, this row is being prepared for the shift. So tell them, say, neighbor, if you don't plan on being shifted, this is not the row for you. Pastor Sheldon Green was here. Listen, he would say this: there's a certain way you act when the shift hits the room. Pastor Sheldon Green was here. He would say it's called shift behavior. Tell somebody, say, neighbor, there's a certain way that you act. Y'all ain't talking. Y'all be louder than that at ghetto block parties. Tell the neighbor, there's a certain way you're supposed to act when the shift hits the room. Ask a neighbor, say, where's your shift behavior?
Where's your shift behavior?
No answer. No answer. This time when they ask you, I want you to give them a response. I want you to show them what your shift behavior looks like. Ask another person, ask them, say, neighbor, where is, y'all ain't paying attention, don't worry about this, but where is your shift behavior? That goes for the musicians as well. Y'all don't want to shift, y'all don't gotta play. And I'm not putting nobody on blast, but if we're gonna shift, everybody's gotta be on the same accord in order for us to go with the shift. I can't be on A, you be on B, and somebody else be on Z, and you expect to go the same place. But if we're gonna shift, we gotta do it together. So one more time, ask your neighbor, where is your shift behavior? Now show them how you act when the shift hits the room. That's lousy behavior. That's lousy behavior. That's, hey! Hold on, shut that in your hand. That's lousy behavior. Listen. Let me prophesy to you early. And know every one of my prophetic words are not about houses and cars. I'm not going to tell you to tell your neighbor this. This is just for you. If you don't get shifted, you'll get sifted. Let me say that again for the slow people that didn't catch it. If you don't get shifted, you'll get sifted. Because the enemy is lurking around where you are. And when the enemy is in the vicinity of where you are, it's time for you to come up a little bit higher. So if you don't move up and you don't shift, then you're going to get sifted by the enemy. I don't know about you, I'd rather shift than to be sifted by the enemy. Tell your neighbor, don't get sifted. All right. I wish I was in another church tonight. Y'all acting like y'all didn't come to have church. I wish I was in another church tonight. Y'all acting like y'all in St. James tonight. I know you got a whole bunch of visitors here, but St. James should help me because you guys have been experiencing the shift. And here's another thing. Once you get shifted, you can't go back down. Because there's not a guarantee that you're going to make it back from the place that you just came from. It's not even worth it to turn back around after God has already shifted you. Grab your Bibles. It's a dangerous time in church. It is a very dangerous time in church. When we get comfortable and complacent where we are. We get comfortable seeing people come in bound and leave bound. We get comfortable seeing people come in depressed and leave depressed. But Jesus, when he was here on earth, he healed, he set free, he delivered, and then he turned around and said, greater works were we supposed to do. He gave us the power to shift. But instead of us using the power to shift, we're just settling. Grab your Bibles tonight. I know y'all don't want to hear me preach in the first place. That's alright, I'm going to preach anyhow. I didn't come to preach to you. I honestly came to preach to myself tonight. So you don't got to say amen. Matter of fact, you didn't got to put $1 in my offering. I got money of my own. Praise God. That's right. I work a good job. 13 hours almost every day. I've got a good job. Money of my own. That's right. I sure do. I'm going to preach, Pop. I'm sorry, but I just have to address people that don't know how to act in the setting that we're in. You can't call it a shift conference and everybody is still stuck in the same place. Right. I'm sorry. Y'all dance and shout and then leave and we're still in the same place. That's impossible. That's impossible. That is impossible.
Speak through him, Father.
That is impossible. Let's grab our Bibles tonight. I'm going to speed through this. I'm going to speed through this tonight. I hope somebody's praying for me. I hope somebody's praying for me. Hopefully tomorrow night y'all will have a better preacher and a better time. But I hope somebody's praying for me. Grab your Bibles. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy. The book of Deuteronomy, the 3rd chapter. The 33rd chapter, excuse me. Matter of fact, 34th, I'm sorry. We're going to go through the last chapter of the book. Deuteronomy, the 34th chapter. When you have it, you can stand on your feet. Glory to God. Let's go to the 5th verse tonight. Deuteronomy, the 34th chapter and the 5th verse. This is the shift conference, correct? So let's go here and we shift it. And the word of the Lord reads upon this slide. So Moses, the servant of the Lord, died there in the land of Moab, according to the word of the Lord. And he buried him in the valley, in the land of Moab, over against Beth Peor. But no man knoweth of his sepulture until this day. And Moses was 120 years old when he died. His eyes was not dim, nor his natural force abated. And the children of Israel wept for Moses in the plains of Moab 30 days. So the days of weeping and mourning for Moses were ended, and Joshua the son of Nun was full of the spirit of wisdom, for Moses had laid his hands upon him, and the children of Israel hearkened unto him, and did as the Lord commanded Moses. And there arose not a prophet since in Israel like unto Moses, whom the Lord knew face to face. And all the signs and the wonders which the Lord sent him to do in the land of Egypt to Pharaoh, and to all his servants, and to all his land, and in all the mighty hand, and in all the great terror which Moses shewed in the sight of all Israel. Just turn the page to the book of Joshua, the first chapter. Joshua, the first chapter. It says on the first verse, now after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord, it came to pass that the Lord spake unto Joshua the son of Nun, saying, Moses, my servant is dead. Now therefore arise and go over this Jordan, thou and all these people, unto the land which I give to them, even to the children of Israel. If I could use for a topic tonight, just lean over and tell the neighbor, say, neighbor, the shift has already begun. Tell somebody else, y'all didn't get excited. Tell somebody else, say, neighbor, the shift